know what's really going on, search for the answers and question it all. Turn your televisions off, cause you're being brainwashed. Brainwashed, brainwashed. If you wanna know what's really going on, search for the answers and question it all. Turn your televisions off, cause you're being brainwashed. Brainwashed, brainwashed.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming back to another broadcast over here at the Ellis Network. Now, guys, really quick, forgive me for if this video is a little off or if I'm off key. I didn't sleep very well last night. I fell asleep probably around 3:30 this morning. Was back up around 7:15. Had to get my kids on the bus, and I don't want to go back to sleep because I'm afraid that I would sleep in till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have my 3-year-old daughter. She's going to be waking up within the next hour anyway, so I don't want her to be, stuck in her room. Just breaking this morning, guys. President Trump has released Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State, and he has allowed Pompeo to regain that job. President Trump has out Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and plans to nominate CIA Director Mike Pompeo to replace him as the nation's top diplomat orchestrating a major change in his national security team amid delicate negotiations with North Korea. Rex Tillerson, as you guys may know, with North Korea has been very vocal, said that he was not going to stop diplomatic solutions until the first bomb dropped. And a couple days ago when we talked about North Korea and the United States with the possibility of Kim Jong-un and President Trump meeting up, we played an article or an interview clip from CNN of what Rex Tillerson was saying about that. And then we find out that Tillerson went over to Africa, and it was the first time a U.S. Secretary of State made it to Chile. I don't know if it was first time ever or first time in a long time. I can't remember, guys. But this article right here, again, guys, I'm just going to give you guys like key information about these articles. I'll post the links in the description like I always do for you guys. So anyways, this came out, I don't know, probably roughly about 20 minutes ago. But I want to show you guys something that came out 3 hours ago. And this is coming from Zero Hedge. And maybe they might be connected. I'm not 100% sure. But then again, like I said, this article was posted 3 hours ago about Tillerson. And then we find out that President Trump has released him. And it's talking about Tillerson's claiming that Moscow is clearly behind the Skripal poisoning. Now, if you guys know anything about the poisoning, what we're talking about here, yesterday, Theresa May, I believe that's her name, she's been very vocal in the UK talking about Russia. She's putting blame on Moscow and Russia and saying that it was Vladimir Putin that, ordered the hit, I guess. And it was a nerve agent that exposed to the safety and national security of its own citizens. And they're kind of, she's really putting it on Russia. And that could be a major flashpoint that could spark into, I'm not going to try to fearmonger and say World War III, but it could definitely spark a conflict. So again, there's so much more information on the Skripal poisoning. You guys can just simply Google just these two keywords right here, and millions of different articles from mainstream media, right-wing media, left-wing media, all pretty much coexisting when they're talking about this. And then last night, guys, we talked about well, I didn't talk about it. No, I didn't. By the time the information was coming out, I was already too busy with, doing the family thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen it or read up on it. But the Republican lawmakers in Washington, they're saying that with all the evidence that they have, that there is no Russian collusion with Trump and Russia in meddling with the elections. And that's a good thing to hear. They're supposed to be dropping this one-page memo to the Democrats today. Of course, Democrats aren't going to like it. They're going to sit there and say it's false. They're going to keep on pushing Mueller to, get these individuals, supposedly that they say that they have to testify, but their excuse is the reason why most of these won't testify, most of these individuals, witnesses, won't testify is because they are in fact afraid for their lives. Again, it's either time to shut up, put up, or shut up. Definitely, I think, this whole witch hunt, and that's what I call it here at the Ellis Network, man. We really think it's a witch hunt that's wasting thousands and thousands and thousands of American tax dollars. It's been there for a year, and you're telling me that we have an intelligence committee where we can find Osama bin Laden hiding in a cave, but we can't find out if Russia meddled with the elections or if Trump has ties with Russia. So it's going to be very interesting there. Now, there's another thing that's interesting I brought out yesterday, where we talked about TruePundit.com, how they were talking about the Intel Committee had enough evidence to go after Obama's administration team over FISA abuse, or not over FISA abuse, but Uranium One fusion GPS. Now, I did state in that video yesterday that I heard that there was supposed to be a FBI announcement, and I haven't found anything mainstream on it. I'm still looking. As far as I know, that may have just been something that someone else heard that shared off with me. There was no credible, evidence. There was no links to that. Just someone, it was passed through the grapevine. And I think that's what it was. Is you guys remember me telling you guys about the QAnon post, and I went ahead. Sure enough, here it is, guys. This is the QAnon post that we are talking about. Where he's talking about that this week will be glorious, and there's a lot going on. Like I said, if you guys put all the pieces together, now try to remember, I read this 2 days ago, okay, and as you can see, it's from Anonymous, but it's a QAnon post, and for what it's saying is for the normies, which is the sheep, people that's not awake. It's time again. It's either time to put up or shut up. But anyways, it's saying huge news coming by Friday, and even bigger news on March 12th and the 15th. Well, guys, yesterday was the 12th. The True Pundit coming out saying Intel Committee. Also, even bigger news, the 12th and the 15th. Republicans coming out and saying that there's no collusion. Again, maybe that's not what they were talking about, but what we know Tuesday, as of right now, the 13th, between the 12th and 15th, okay, it's the 13th. We still have 2 more days for that deadline, and so far we have learned that the Republican lawmakers are saying that there's no collusion. The apparent ongoing months of long public quarrel between Trump and Jeff Sessions has been fabricated to provide cover for one of the biggest Department of Justice investigations ever done. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my coffee. Again, like I said, guys, I slept like crap last night, so I'm doing everything I can just to put a little bit of pep in my step. But we've even talked about Jeff Sessions yesterday in my video, and I was even fair. For the longest time, I was really, really, really upset at Jeff Sessions at how he was allowing this Mueller investigation going on with no credible evidence other than hearsay, but we have leaked documentation of illegal wrongdoings with, Clinton's, the Obamas, and there was not one single indictment served. At least, why can't you pull these individuals in for at least questioning? That's a start. And us, the American people, we're really questioning the Justice Department as a whole. We're seeing that more criminals are being favored than law-abiding citizens. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting pretty sick of it. I'm getting sick of the different laws in America for elites than its own citizens. If we talk about these sanctuary cities, which we're going to, like I said, I was mad at Jeff Sessions for the longest time until he actually did something, going out to California, saying that he's going to be basically pushing lawsuits on these sanctuary cities for harboring illegal immigrants. But anyways, we'll get into that here in a second. But I was really angry because Jeff Sessions was allowing this to go on. It's almost like, dude, why are you even there? And at first, everyone's all, he's anti-marijuana. He wants to go after all these states that legalized medical marijuana, recreational marijuana, and he wants to hit them with federals. And there's a lot going on. And guys, it's 2018, okay? We have enough evidence, enough technology to prove that that's actually more helpful. Marijuana itself, hemp, medical, it's more useful than most of these modern day major pharmaceutical companies that put out there. So a lot of people was angry at Jeff Sessions for that. Now, I'll be fair, there's also a lot of people that agree with Jeff Sessions. We got the old age, the old generation guys. I'm 32 years old, but, I'm dealing with, people that was born before me that had that ideology of marijuana being bad and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, he's been talking crap on that. He hasn't done anything against Obama and Hillary and, members in the FBI and the CIA, even though that we have proof of all this wrongdoing. And these guys are just, I don't know if you guys seen the video of Hillary walking down the street or the steps in India, and she fell down twice while she was being held up by men. I mean, for God's sakes, we have so much evidence on her doing so much corrupt, but guess what? She's vacationing in India. Come on, Sessions, get with the damn program. But anyways, we talked about it. And then Jerry Brown, comes out and says that the Trump's administration is, that's an act of war. And, even yesterday I said it, and I stand firm by it today. What kind of war is he enticing? It sounds like he's trying to gather up a civil war. Are you seriously going to sit there and go against your own president and his administration and say that it's an act of war? American citizen, an American elected official out in California. And guys, listen. What I'm about to say next, I'm not talking about the citizens of California. Okay, I understand there's a bunch of Trump supporters out in California. I get that. When we talk about California here at the Ellis Network, I am talking about the elected officials. Libby Schiff, Jerry Brown, everyone that's going against Trump. Now, what I want you guys to really think about, though, today, everything that's been going on, okay? President Trump, for the first time since he's been president, is going to California today, and he'll be there until mid-afternoon tomorrow. He has a few rallies he's doing. I think he's doing a dinner, and he's going to check out the prototypes for the border wall. And there's been talks of protest. LA has come out, the LAPD has come out and said that they are ready for anything. They do know that there's going to be an anti-Trump rally, and they're prepared for that, and they expect Trump supporters to come out and rally. And I've even heard that some protesters are actually calling to block President Trump's motorcade as he's going through the streets. And I said last night, guys, or yesterday in the video, before a lot of this information even came out, not the QAnon post, but the, before the Republicans come out and said that there's no collusion, Democrats are going, and no doubt Democrats are going to be really, really pissed off about that. And with the whole threat of a motorcade block, that just puts President Trump in a dangerous situation in enemy territory. He's not favored in California, not by its elected officials, and most definitely not by the illegal immigrants. But then again, why should we care what illegal immigrants are saying? If you guys want to have something to say about American politics, do the right thing and become legal. Plain and simple. If you're here illegally, I see all these protests for DACA and, all these memes saying that they're illegal aliens or threatening to leave. Hey, you know what? You're doing us a favor at that point. Again, I'm not a racist. I don't hate you. Just do it legally. Come here legally. Get vetted, get your, green card, visas, whatever the hell you got to do. Just try to become an American citizen. And then, we can go on a whole debate, about the whole, oh, well, if these illegal immigrants get shipped back but their children stay, I understand that. And guys, I've said it before, we have to update our vetting process. That is a sad mistake. I don't agree with that happening. However, I seriously think if the children are born here in America to illegal immigrants, I seriously think that, here in America, we don't want to split families up, right? Ship the children back with them. And I understand, before anyone jumps down my throat on that, you got to understand. Either we can keep these children here and they can hate the American government for splitting their family up, or you can ship the kids back with their parents. We didn't split no family up, but the kid's going to learn who fucked up. It ain't the American people, it's their parents that came over here illegally and had children and didn't do nothing about it. That ruined, if the child's better off here in America, well, you know what? The parents should do what they need to do to make sure their child stays in America and their family stays together. Plain and simple. This isn't nothing new. President Trump did not make these laws. These were laws that were already put into place, for years. For years. The only difference is President Trump's actually enforcing it. Another sip of coffee. All right, so let's go ahead and Sessions has been quietly been building a bombshell case since March of 2017 to indict corrupt Obama administration players, including Obama and Hillary Clinton. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, and waves of congressmen and businesses, CEOs, are also targets. Over 13,000 sealed indictments. Now, you guys remember a couple months ago we started talking about sealed indictments. And this can go back all the way to the theory about the military MEU squad showing up in Langley, dropping out of helicopters. Come to find out that they dropped like 100 miles away from Langley. I don't know, but this is pretty much where all the sealed indictment things came from. And it's saying that they are ready to be released. They have kept the investigation quiet because the case is so big they feared for Sessions' life and the safety of his family and the entire investigation team. Again, we know about Hillary's wrongdoing. If you speak out on anything wrongdoing about Hillary, you're pretty much putting a bullseye on the back of your head. So, anyways, they have kept the investigation quiet, blah, blah, blah. We read that. Again, I apologize, guys. I'm still very sleepy. By the end of next week, it will be clear that we are taking our country back from the deep and widespread government corruption and evil, and Trump is making good on his promise to drain the swamp. A lot of people has attacked President Trump, saying that he has not done nothing that he has promised. I remember 6 months 6 months into office, that's when they were like, oh, he promised this and he promised that and you can't blah 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 blah. Guys, it's 6 months. Look at everything he's done now. He's done more in a year and a half than the last 3 presidents done in a full 4-year term. So I don't understand the whole ideology. That's the same ideology that people think that, forget the whole term illegal immigration. Oh, we're all immigrants, and probably half these people that we're dealing with also believe in flat Earth. Again, guys, I don't know a whole lot about flat Earth. I've looked a little bit into it, but it's just one of those subjects that I can't dedicate my mind to learning about. It's common sense. It's common sense that the Earth is not flat. So again, I don't want to waste my time. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop back into this because I know I planned on only being 5 or 10 minutes on this video, and I'm probably well over that. The massive undertaking started when Anthony Weiner's laptop was seized by NYPD police in the March 2017 due to his underage texting scandal, and was found to contain a treasure trove of information on the Obama and Hillary Clinton crime organization. The information contained thousands of videos and hundreds and thousands of emails implicating the Obama administration, including Hillary, in treasonous acts. The documents were all stored in a folder called Life Insurance. This evidence was the life insurance policy for both Weiner and his wife, Huma Abedin, and longtime Hillary Clinton aide. Huma had been collecting the information for years. Much of this information will never be released to the public because many of the crimes were so evil and sick it cannot be released without causing angry citizens to take matters into their own hands. That is insane. But make no mistake, the evidence will be impeachable and includes a video of Hillary herself that will be made public to drive the nails into the coffin. Sorry about that. That held our country hostage. That's pretty interesting. Trump, who is very close to many leaders in the NYPD, was informed of the laptop information right after it was seized September 2016. A month later, he went public campaign speech letting everyone know that he planned to drain the swamp. And right there, if you guys can see, I gotta, god damn it, get off there. Sorry about that. Right there, there's the YouTube account. Pause this video, write that down, and you guys can watch that speech. And then at the very bottom, it says, every patriot in this country will remember next week, and it will be glorious. Again, this is the photo that I've seen, and everything that's came out yesterday, and stuff that's going to be coming out today. Like I said, they're going to release that one-page memo, the Republicans' memo on the collusion with Russia, proving that there's no collusion. And no doubt, you know, Democrats are going to go wild over it. Plus, President Trump's going to be in California today, enemy territory, you know, with a lot of protests going on, with everything that Sessions has been going on with the illegal immigration, and Jerry Brown saying this is an act of war. Guys, it's a defining moment right now with what we are witnessing. All right, if you guys are not awake yet, you know, please just do your education, do your research. I gave you guys a bunch of, if you guys really paid attention to what I've been saying in this video, I gave you guys the information. Go and look it up yourself. Alright, spend the time. If you have nothing going on today, stop trolling YouTube, stop trolling Facebook or whatnot, and sit down and read. You know, educate a little bit. And for some of you guys that do watch my videos and you guys understand what I'm saying, you guys just, you know, keep your ears to the ground, keep your eyes open, and everyone be safe. And if you guys pray, if you're religious of any form, it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, I don't care. Say a prayer for our president while he's out in California. Again, he's in very dangerous territory. I said it yesterday, man, I really hope it's not JFK 2018. Alright, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out throughout this whole video. Again, like I said, I did not plan on going this long. But when I get to talking, guys, I get to talking. And that's my problem. Sometimes I should write things down because I tend to go sideways and just go left field with it and keep going when I should just stick to the facts. Anyways, yeah, we're going to work on that. I'll see you guys later.